When I asked you to do this video, you said maybe it would be better to interview other people who have more intense stories. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, because, I feel that I was lucky in so many ways. I came here with a visa, I took an airplane, things like that. But other people have to walk for days. Other people come with their boats, That's even harder. Like, I can't even think myself walking through the desert. Those stories are really scary, and I have so much admiration to the people who decide to go like that. If you want to talk about immigrants, you have to talk about all these stories.
How old were you when you came to LA?
I was 25.
Did you have anybody here?
I did, yeah. I have a couple of friends, and I actually choose LA because I had some family over here. But when you come over here, you realize that everybody's so busy in their lives, and it's not what you imagine that it's gonna be. That everybody's gonna be there to help you. As an immigrant, sometimes you feel kind of like you have to be careful. Sorry.
Take your time.
Yeah, you have to be careful in everything you do. I feel it like this. Maybe it's not for all the people, because I have some friends who travel and they feel a little bit more free. But as an immigrant, you have to be careful of where do you go. For example, I like to go to San Diego with the train, but some people have told me, be careful, don't go over there, because it's closer to the border and there's a lot of what is it called?
You're talking about ICE.
Yeah. They all of a sudden they can come to the train, they can stop, they can ask you for documents, things like that. As an immigrant, you have to be careful of everything that you say, that you do, that you're not completely free. I knew for sure that I wanted to come here to live, and it took me a year to prepare. So in that year, I saved $1,000 exactly, like not more, not less. It was exactly $1,000. But then when I came here, the taxi that I took from the airport to Glendale, it was about $70. And I was like, oh my God, like, this $1,000 is nothing. But then when I start working, on the first 2 weeks and a couple of days, they paid me $700. So I was like, oh my God, in 2 weeks and something, I can get what I did in a year in El Salvador, like saving money.
Wow.
I was so excited. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get as much money as I can. And if you think about it, in 1 hour, you're getting what you have to work in like 7 hours in El Salvador.
Oh my God.
Yeah, in 1 hour. And I got it. I was like, okay, yeah, this is the point. Why do people want to come over here? Because there's money over here. Then you realize the life is different. Like, rent is more expensive. And then kind of is like,
It evens out in the end.
Yeah.
Can you describe your first day here?
I bought the flight on Christmas because it was cheaper. And I came and it was like in the middle of the night, like 12, and everybody was like celebrating Christmas, and I was just kind of scary because I had to take a regular taxi, not even an Uber.
So where was that first place that you stayed?
It was in a room, a really small room, and there were other people living there. Well, actually my plan was to come over here, stay for like 6 months, and I'm gonna save as much money as I can, and I'll be back to El Salvador as soon as possible, have my own business in El Salvador. That was my plan. But everything was different when I came here. You had to pay rent, you had to buy your own things, because I didn't have not even a bed or a pillow or blankets, because I started from zero. I only have my backpack and air bed that someone gave it to me, and that was it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How long have you been here now?
This year is gonna be 5 years.
Wow. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I think that I have been living in a circle where I am thinking, should I go back now or maybe later, or should I stay? And that's a circle that is going like every time, like every 6 months, I don't know, but it's something that I always go back to that thought. But I know that some people, they don't even think about going back.
What is it that keeps you here?
I like the way I feel independent. It's not that I wasn't in El Salvador, but a lot of people were there close to me, supporting me. And over here, I learned how to be alone and to be independent and to be strong. I have met some people too over here that also want me to be in their lives. Like, for example, you or the neighbors.
What was life like in El Salvador?
Wow. Well, I think I was very lucky, but I didn't realize I was lucky until I came here. Because hearing other people's stories of the way that they were living there is completely different. I had a good job over there. I was working for a call center, which is really common for, well, young people to work in call centers. And I didn't realize that until I came here, that I had a good opportunity to grow in a job over there. And not all the people have those opportunities in El Salvador.
I remember you were telling me once that it can feel quite limiting. Like your idea before you came was that the US had so much opportunity, but if you don't have documents, then you are kind of stuck.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that it hurts me when I think about it, because, you know, I feel that immigrants, the only reason they're here is because they want to do something better for their lives, their family. And that's not bad. Like, the hope that the immigrants have, there's something good in there. But I feel really limited because I know I'm capable to do a lot of things. Like, I can have a position as a manager, for example. I know that I can do those things, but a person who has documents, you apply in 3 jobs and then you get one of them. But if you're an immigrant, you have to apply like 10 different jobs and then you have to find out which can let you work like that.
I feel like in the US, people have an idea that there is one story, like the single story of immigration, especially from Latin America to the US. But it's true what you said, like there are so many different stories. Even myself, remember I asked you, like, how come you came with a visa and an airplane? Why don't more people do that? Like, that sounds like the easiest way. And you had to explain to me that people won't get granted a visa if the immigration officer thinks that they are unlikely to return to their life in their country, right? I had no idea. I think a lot of people have no idea. Like, a lot of people are ignorant, including myself, about what it's like to immigrate and how people do it, why people do it. I think that's why I wanted to make this video.
There is a perception of immigrants that sometimes it could be wrong. Even my friends have told me before, immigrants, they just mess up the economic, my friends. So the concept of, like, we're stealing jobs, for example, that we are trying to take your land, or I don't know how to explain it, like these thoughts that people have, they're also wrong. Because, I kind of feel that everybody's an immigrant, like everybody, like even in El Salvador or any other country, I feel that there were people who immigrate, that it doesn't belong to anybody. Also, people may ask, like, why didn't stay over there? People have those questions, like, if you just take a moment to know about these countries where the people come from, you will realize, okay, yeah, people have valuable reasons to come over here. That's something that I really want people to understand. Not all the people take the time to see the poverty in other countries and the way they live, the opportunities, the economic things. They don't do that because it's not part of their reality. They can't even imagine how it's like. I was about to live alone, like completely by myself, like with nobody around. My family wasn't there. The family that I told you that they were here, and I kind of feel that, okay, they will support me in any way. Like, if something happens, they will be there for me. But then realizing that that is not going to happen, and I need to be by myself, and I need to just do it myself. by then I feel that it was really hard for me. I was like, I don't even know the streets. I don't even know the cities. I don't know where to go. I don't have a car. I was scared about a lot of things, but now that I'm thinking about it, that day gave me so much strength.
You got it.
And it makes me feel so proud of myself. I had no option either to be strong or to be weak. There was no option. I was like, it's either to be strong or to be strong. There's no other way to see it. I actually wrote a poem about it, about that day. Because it's basically, it was exactly like that. And the name of the poem is The Universe and I. Because I feel it like that. I was just like a little dot in the universe by myself. And yeah, I think that day I just choose to be strong. But I know that some people, they're not alone. They're always with someone. They have family here, you know. I feel those people are really lucky. Like, I wish to have someone by my side, because everything is easier when you're working with someone. But when you're alone, it's harder.
Yeah. Is the poem in Spanish or in English?
Yes, it's in Spanish.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it. Hold on. El universo y yo, tan pequeña y tan vulnerable. Si estuviese cayendo todo lo que existe en el universo sobre mí, desaparecería hasta volverme polvo. Esa vulnerabilidad donde por dentro lo soy todo y por fuera no soy nada. Esa pequeñez humana sentada en una milésima parte del universo. Do you get some parts?
Some parts of it.
So basically, it's kind of like a conversation, like see myself from the outside and the inside, and how I look from the outside like nothing. You know, like from the outside, I was feeling like I am nothing. Like everything is so big for me. Like I'm so vulnerable. I'm so tiny. I'm nothing. But then it kind of like changed where it says, well, but if it's like that, then whatever I was feeling, like anxiety and all of those things, well, then from the outside, they're nothing. I don't know.
I've never heard your writing before.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me feel like sad that there's another level of depth to you but I've never seen that or heard that. I know it's part of you, obviously. I know you write and I know you're a poet, but yeah, that was special for me. Thank you.
Over here, people live to work, but over there, people work to live, if that makes sense. As everything is so close, you can just drive 20 minutes and you're in the beach with your friends. Then you go back 30 minutes, then you're in the volcano. You can have some pupusas over there, you know? I think that every immigrant, probably we don't put the value of those things until you're not there anymore. And then you have this nostalgia, like thinking, oh my God, over there, all the faces, you feel it's so familiar. But over here, then you look around and you don't know anybody, and you don't know the streets, you don't know the cities.
I think that's interesting because some people have had really hard experiences in their home country, but I feel you had a great life in El Salvador. And I've never told you this because I want you to stay here. But it surprises me that you don't go back because you have so much waiting for you at home.
Even with the people who they're immigrants, like, or friends from Guatemala, or I have some couple of friends from Mexico or Central America, they're really shocked when I said I want to go back to El Salvador. They always ask me like, why you want to go back? I don't get it. Like, that's something that some people don't understand. And I think that's really unique when you heard someone want to go back. But it's because of that. I was so lucky. I was really lucky, thanks God. And I really understand why people don't want to go back.
I think that was really good.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Maybe to you, because, you know, I feel not all the people are so curious about our stories. Not all of them. But I think with you is because you're really close to so many people who's immigrant. I really appreciate you to want to share the stories, but not only that, just to even ask and know about those things. That's really valuable for me.
You're gonna make me cry. I love you.
I love you.